Wish you a very good morning. Today we are going to discuss uses of future continuous tense or future progressive tense. As far as the structure of future progressive tense is concerned, we use subject plus shall or will. We use shall with first person pronouns and will with second or third person pronouns in general sense. Plus be plus V for means V1 ing plus object. In this way, this is the structure for affirmative sentence. Subject, shall or will, be, V for object. And there might be an adverb of time phrase which will express the action taking place in future. If we want to change it into negative, we will place not between shall or will and be. Place not between shall or will helping verb and this be. If we want to change it into interrogative sentence, then interchange the position of shall or will and the subject, as we do in all the other tenses. Now, where do we use future continuous tense? Please have a glance at the timeline of future continuous tense. In case of timeline, this is a timeline, this is past tense, this is present time, and this indicates future tense. Means an action which is in progress at a certain point of time. Let us suppose this is a certain point of time, and at that time in future an action which was in progress, it will finish in future. For such actions we use future continuous tense or future progressive tense. Now let us discuss where do we use future continuous tense. Future continuous tense is used to express an action which will be in progress in future at a certain point of time. Let us take some examples. On this day next month, this is fixed, this is planned, that on this day means आज जो दिन है इसी दिन next month we will be celebrating your birthday. Everybody knows his birthday, date of birth, and when will we be celebrating his birthday, it is known to us. Then we can say celebration of birthday will take place on such and such date next month. Then I can say that on this day next month we will be celebrating your birthday. Next, at this time tomorrow, आज अभी जो समय है, at this time tomorrow, because it is fixed. At this time tomorrow I will be doing my homework because I do my homework daily at this time. So at this time tomorrow I will be doing my homework. Next is to express an action which is fairly certain to happen in future. Some actions are fairly certain to happen in future. होने ही होने हैं वो एक्शन, उनके लिए भी हम फ्यूचर कंटिन्यूअस टेंस का यूज करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, नेक्स्ट वीक, an action which is certain to happen next week we will be shifting to our new house. Means our new house is almost ready. Our new house is almost ready and we have fixed the date in the next week. Next week we will be shifting to our new house. Next week is the adverb of time phrase which tells us about the action in progress in future at a certain point of time. Next example, tomorrow. Tomorrow, again this adverb of time tells us about future. Tomorrow the Prime Minister will be addressing the nation on Unlock 2. ये फिक्स्ड है, उनका जो टाइम टेबल है, it has been declared already, and the Prime Minister will be addressing the nation at this time. Next, to ask questions for the actions taking place in future, actions in progress in future. For example, what will you be doing this evening? जैसे आज सुबह मेरे से कोई पूछे या दोपहर को कोई पूछे what will you be doing this evening, उसको हो सकता है मुझसे कोई काम हो, तो इस प्रकार से वो पूछ सकता है will you be. We have interchanged the position of subject and will helping verb. What will you be doing this evening? I shall be taking my online test this evening. अब कौन सा एक्शन फिक्स्ड है जो इन प्रोग्रेस होगा आज की इवनिंग, वो मुझे पता है. I can answer I shall be taking my online test this evening. In this way, we use future continuous tense for future actions in progress at a certain point of time. Thank you. Now we are going to discuss uses of future perfect tense. As far as the structure of this tense is concerned, we use have after shall or will. Subject, shall or will, have plus V3, third form of verb plus object. If we want to change it into negative, place not after the helping verb, and in case of interrogative, replace the position of, interchange the position of subject and helping verb shall or will. In this way, we can construct future perfect tense. Now, let us discuss where do we use future perfect tense. We use this tense to express an action completed before a given moment or a given point of time in future. This is the timeline, this is present, and this is past, and this block indicates future time. An action which will have been completed means which will have completed at a given point of time or at a certain time in future, or here we use future perfect tense to express such actions. Let us take example. You will find or you will have to use a time phrase which will indicate future tense. By next month, this is that adverb of time phrase, means by that time, by that point of time, I will have completed this. By next month, he will have changed his job, means he is planning to change his job and he has planned almost. So it is certain that by next month he will have changed his job. Next example, in 6 months time, the scientists will have discovered a vaccine for COVID-19. It is almost certain the scientists have been working day and night to discover the vaccine. So we expect that, we are certain that in 6 months time the scientists will have discovered a vaccine for COVID-19. Next, she will have submitted her thesis before the end of the session. Means अगर मान लीजिए कोई इस तरीके की एमफिल या पीएचडी की डिग्री कोई कर रहा है, परस्यूइंग डिग्री है उसकी, और उसको अपना थीसिस इस सेशन के एंड तक सबमिट करना है, तो निश्चित रूप से इट इज सर्टेन दैट शी विल हैव सबमिटेड हर थीसिस बिफोर द एंड ऑफ द सेशन. नेक्स्ट, बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस ईयर, टाइम फ्रेज इनिशियल पोजीशन पे दिया हुआ है या फाइनल पोजीशन पे दिया हुआ है, इट डजंट मैटर. बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस ईयर आई विल हैव रेड all the writings of Rabindranath Tagore. Means I have read most of his writings and a few are remaining, and by the end of this year I will have read all the writings of Rabindranath Tagore. Now next is we use future perfect tense to express an action after the completion of another. One action after the completion of another action means the function will have started. मान लीजिए कोई फंक्शन सुबह 10 बजे शुरू होना था एंड वी आर ऑलरेडी लेट, तो हम अनुमान लगा सकते हैं और हम कह सकते हैं फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस में द फंक्शन विल हैव स्टार्टेड बिफोर वी रीच देयर. इन सच टाइप ऑफ सेंटेंसेस द एक्शन दैट विल हैव स्टार्टेड अर्लियर वी यूज फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस, will have V3, and for the later action we shall use simple present tense or present indefinite tense before we reach there. Next is we use future perfect tense for an action that is known to the listener already or that is almost certain. For example, कुछ ऐसे सब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं जो लगभग सभी ने सुने होते हैं, जिन टॉपिक्स पर सभी ने कुछ न कुछ अवश्य सुना होता है. उस टॉपिक पर कुछ भी कहने से पूर्व स्पीकर ऐसा कह सकता है ऑडियंस से या लिसनर्स से जो कि लिसनर्स को नॉन होता है, लिसनर्स को नॉन टू होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू विल हैव हर्ड अबाउट गांधी जी. ऑलमोस्ट most of the students will have heard about Gandhi ji. He was a well-known personality of India. Next, you will have heard about the Ramayana. I think every Indian has heard about the Ramayana. तो हम इस प्रकार से कहते हैं you will have heard about the Ramayana. You will have heard about COVID-19 coronavirus. In this way, we use future perfect tense for the action that is known to the listener and it is certain, almost certain. In this way, we use future perfect tense. Thank you.